to change this. Let's see. Hello, hello. My keyboard's like at such a weird angle right now. Let's see, let's see. Hello, hello. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Let me know how the volume is. So, let's see. Today, I'm gonna keep it kind of low key, so I'm not sure how much I'm gonna talk today since it is midnight, but I want to do a little bit of sketching. I might finish up these as well, but we'll see how well alchemy goes, and then I'll try to finish up these flowers as well, because usually I like to do the studies first, but I wanted to at least get some sketching in for alchemy's little drawing spread. But hello, hello, hello. Hello, Guerilla. 4 p.m. in South Korea, 6 p.m. for you, 2 p.m. in Indonesia, 12 a.m. same. Midnight. I feel the mic is a little low, the music's a bit too high. Let's change that. Let me know how that sounds. Because I am talking a little bit quieter since it is midnight. I don't want to disturb people. Hello, Strawberry Wafer. Hello, Boy Boss. Hi, Rin. I have a comfort playlist of your videos for when I have nightmares. Hopefully you don't need it today. 8:13 in Sweden. But we're gonna be working on this today. Hopefully I can draw alchemy. We might get a little bit of coloring done, but like I mentioned, Shin, hello. I didn't know that you streamed. I streamed mostly on Twitch before, but I took like an extremely long break. Hello, hello, welcome. Yeah, I'm gonna keep Kaisen there for now. But yeah, we can work on the flowers maybe after I finish sketching alchemy, and then we can jump back to coloring. Because I think I want to stick with these colors, even though there is like a purple version of these flowers. 11 p.m., 2 a.m. in Toronto, 6:14 Australia. Hello, hello. Okay, so I'm just gonna we're just gonna start sketching. Like I said, since it's a midnight stream, most likely more low-key. I don't know how much I'm gonna talk, so feel free to chill or put me in the background or sleep or whatever you have to do. I'll check chat like every so often so I don't get too distracted. Yeah, unfortunately, if I'm doing more like midnight streams, people in America, I guess, is gonna have a harder time. It's just gonna be... sometimes I will do like more like a midnight stream. Because if you came last time, jump scare by phone calls during the afternoon. So I planned out the pose. I don't really have like a good grasp of what exactly I want Akemi's entire piece to look like, I guess. But for now, I kind of want everything to be kind of flowy. Pumpkin Kaisen. Kaisen spinning. Join with you even if it's 2 a.m. in Ohio. If you need to sleep, please sleep. I know it's gonna be late for a lot of you guys. And the VOD will be up later. And I don't know how long I'm gonna stream for today. 11 for you, 10 a.m. in Costa Rica, 8 a.m. in France. Everyone's all over the place. I apologize if my voice is gonna eventually like die out as well. I was on a call for 3 hours with my friends, as I do usually like every Wednesday. So my throat might not get used to like how much I might be talking today, so we'll see. (1 p.m. in India, 7 a.m. in the UK. How are you in this fine midnight? Hopefully you guys are doing okay though. Who are you drawing? I think I missed it when it started. I'm drawing Akemi, my OC. I'm kind of continuing on with some of my floral flower drawings that I want to do for my OCs for the flower zine. Just so I can kind of like keep on track, I want to occasionally stream maybe the sketching or the painting process for some of these pieces so that I don't feel too behind if I need to like record videos or like if I feel like I haven't streamed in a bit. Because I think a lot of you guys know I'm super inconsistent with streaming since like last, probably July-ish. Maybe? Unless it's been a whole year. Maybe it has. Maybe. Hello, I'm sorry to bother you at the YouTube live for the first time. I'm a new Japanese illustrator. Welcome! Welcome, welcome. And you're not a bother, so it's okay. 3 hours I could never. I've been following your OCs for a while. I would love more Pokemon partner videos. Akemi is the blue hair guy, right? Akemi is the one with glasses and the light blue hair. In the future, I would like to do more like Pokemon illustrations with them, just because my brain, it's Pokemon's on the brain like all the time. Because I grew up with Pokemon, so like I'm always been a big fan. And I would love to draw more, just for the fun of it, because a lot of Pokemon are super cute, so... yeah. But if you guys are drawing along, which I'm not too sure how many of you would be, do let me know what you're drawing. Called someone for 6 hours one time. I've been on long calls. In the past, like, we would only call for like 2 hours because we would call super late. Not super late. We would call like 10 p.m. I think, and we would go up until midnight, or like 9 p.m. till like 11 p.m. But like lately we've been doing calls at like 8 o'clock up until like 11, so like 3-ish hours. Sometimes I've talked to my friends up until like 1 a.m. But my friends are like exhausted with work, so I don't want to impede with their sleeping. First time attending one of your live streams. Welcome, welcome. Your class soon? It's okay, the VOD will be here. Bomber Crew? I don't know what that is. I don't think I've heard of that game. Started drawing a person, it turned out into Eki. Nice. Typing on my phone, but I'll go into lurking mode, but I'm watching on my laptop for background noise. Good luck on your sketch. Might chat again when I move to my iPad though. Thank you very much for coming to the stream though, I appreciate it, even if you're just gonna lurk. Really? Jaden, that's so exciting. I'm glad you went to the 17 concert. I'm so envious of so many of you guys who are able to attend the one in the US locations. I will eventually get back to drawing 17 fan art again. I'll open up his shirt a little bit more. Also, I apologize if you can hear my desktop fan. I feel like it's quite loud when I stream. Drawing fan art of Sebastian Solas? Roblox pressure, hugging my cat meat. I didn't know there was like canon characters, I guess, or like actual characters in Roblox, because I know nothing about that game. Drawing me and my friends OCs as Chibi's cute. Currently drawing Unsho and Akita from Tokurambu. I only know a few characters from that, and I feel like they have such beautiful designs. Do you like any other K-pop groups other than 17? I am mostly like a Gen 2, Gen 3 fan, so a lot of the groups that I like are from those. I'm super excited because like I think Lovelyz is making a kind of like a comeback, I think, for their 10th anniversary. And then like Infinite has their 15th anniversary, I think, concert. I don't know, I miss a lot of the older groups, if anything. I don't keep up with a lot of the newer ones. Hello, Mirai! Songhwa from ATEEZ. Ah! I didn't know they're having a comeback soon, that's exciting. Ah, if you do draw any of my OCs, please show me. Please, please. I love seeing them. I feel like I miss a lot of people's fan arts. Because some people don't tag me, so I don't see them. Yeah. I love cars so much. I went on like a binge of listening to like just a bunch of old K-pop groups again, and like, I don't know. I never hear anybody talk about Cross Gene. I love Cross Gene's songs so much when they used to be active. Okay. Let's see. I should approve one of my OC designs, but every time when I try to do that, I draw something else. Maybe someday I'm able to do that. I feel like it's sometimes good just to let your brain and hand wander in terms of like drawing. Sometimes you need to like really hone in, but over time it's like it's just nice to have that freedom to let your brain allow you to draw just like whatever comes to mind. Maybe Akami's glasses on now. I hate drawing glasses from like side profile because I feel like it always obstructs the eyes a lot more. Oh well. Doing a gouache painting of a close-up rain droplets. I don't know how to word it, but I'll put whips into the Discord. I feel like I haven't checked Discord in forever. But good luck with your gouache painting. I feel like water droplets are super pretty to paint because the many colors you can get from the reflecting surrounding environment. Do you post on Kara? I actually don't. I do have a Kara account, but I haven't really posted anything. I feel like it's a little bit too professional, portfolio-ish esque. I like social media that's a little bit more casual. Maybe like eventually, like when I shift a little bit more to like OC artwork, original artwork, I will post it on Takara. Maybe. We'll see. I feel like also juggling too many social media is like too much of a headache. Hello Cherry, welcome. Curious, have you ever thought about doing videos about trying other art apps besides Procreate? I have in the past. But for now, I just want to stick with Procreate because I kind of want to be productive in terms of like working on stuff rather than playing around with apps, I guess. Because I know a lot of artists do it, but it's mostly for content, if anything. Because I haven't touched like Ibis Paint in a long while either, because it was literally just for the videos. So maybe I'll revisit it, just because I know some people prefer seeing the process on a different app. But for now, because like what I'm used to, I'm just gonna stick with it for now, just because I want to finish a lot of things. November 15th, they announced it's super last minute, to be honest. Oh! See, I feel like I'm so behind on like just K-pop group news in general, so I didn't know which groups are even having comebacks. I guess he doesn't tuck it entirely. I'm gonna figure out some of these folds closer to when I actually have to render this. switch off my Nintendo Switch and start to draw. I think I'll draw a Gundam for a change. I always admire those people who can like whip out a Gundam drawing. Like just anything that's more like mechanical. I knew someone in high school who would like only draw Gundams, but he only knew how to draw one Gundam from memory, but he drew it accurately every time. He like committed it to his brain forever. If one of your OCs can play an instrument, what are their instruments? I feel like Sato or Akemi would play piano, maybe. I don't know. Masaki, maybe guitar? Something like that. For Gen K-pop groups, To me, Ibis Paint is easier to use than Procreate. I feel like some people who use like certain art programs might find the interface of Ibis Paint much more easier and friendlier to use. I definitely think people who might like painting a little bit more might find Procreate a little bit easier. That or if you just like a minimal interface, I guess. Because I know a lot of people also who like, or not like, I guess don't like Procreate, like Clip Studio Paint on the iPad a little bit more, or like vice versa. For me, I still have to get used to using Clip on my iPad, even though I would like to use it more because I would like to transfer files in between the two programs. I guess it would bend. Can you share tips for coloring? I feel like coloring is such a broad topic. Questions that are like a little bit more specific to what you're struggling with coloring might be a little bit more helpful, because I can't really speak for like just general tips, I guess, because color theory is a lot also like learning values, some of them are like personal preferences and stuff like that, or like just learning lighting in general. Shape and form is important. Can you choose a name for me? Amaryllis or Wisteria? Amaryllis is pretty. But I do like Wisteria too. I'm gonna say Amaryllis for the name. Hello Florentina, welcome. You like the interface of Procreate but prefer Ibis? I feel like also some people prefer the brushes on Procreate, or like prefer the brushes on Ibis Paint, or prefer the brushes on like Clip Studio Paint. Like it's literally up to preference. I have like a friend who I really love like their line work and stuff, and I think they use Medibang for the most part, and I've used that briefly. And I have another friend who used to use like Fire Alpaca a lot. And I know a lot of people who use like Krita, obviously, and then Paint Tool Sai. So like a lot of our programs are just going to be up to preference. Make the pinky a little shorter. Transverse flute? I don't know what a transverse flute is. I've never heard of it. But the girl with the pink hair, Sato. iPad is too small for Clip Studio in my opinion. They do have like the studio mode, or like the, not studio mode, simple mode, but also some people who use like the larger iPad, it's like the 12.9 I think sized iPad might be okay. I do think it's a little crammed on like this, like the 10.2 like what I have, but I have used this like the simple mode on it and it works pretty good. It's just I need to get used to just drawing it and like drawing on it in general. Finding the brushes that I like. Let's shrink his hand a bit. Shrink the pinky even more. Hello. Unfortunately, I don't know how to say your name, but welcome. What are some blue flowers you like? Forget-me-nots I do like. I like the blue Himalayan poppy. I think that is like one of the flowers that is like the most blue I've ever seen before. Delphiniums I think can be blue. I think also larkspurs can lean towards like the blue side as well. I'm trying to think what else is there. Is it? Yeah, I don't really remember what it's called. There's one that looks like little blue stars, kind of. It might be like the like Blue Star Bethlehem or something like that. There's another one that I really like, and they're super cute. I'm gonna get myself a pink Samsung Galaxy Tabs S6 Lite. Wow, that's a mouthful. Version on Best Buy app for Black Friday. Good luck with that. Hopefully it works out for you. Thank you so much, because like I learned drawing with graphite from you, and graphite is the best medium for me. I'm glad more people like using pencil. I don't know, I went through like a lot of ups and downs with using graphite. But there's like an artist I really like how they leave a lot of like their sketchy lines in and all that, and the way they shade is just wonderful to look at. It really like, I don't know, sparked a lot of inspiration at the time when I was struggling a little bit in like end of high school, starting like post-secondary. I remember when most of your pieces were just upper body portraits, and I've loved watching your art style grow and expand into full body, more dynamic posts and fully rendered backgrounds. I think it's mostly because at the time when I did like a lot of Genshin portraits, it was just quicker for me to churn out, unfortunately. So I did a lot more simple stuff because it would only take me like 2 hours to draw at the time, or like 2 to 3 hours. Now, like even like simple stuff takes me like 6 hours. Like the rendering time or like drawing time just like it just got a lot longer. So I thought maybe I'll just spend more time on drawing anyways. But I appreciate it, thank you. I don't really think about where the highlight's gonna be for him. Maybe there? Procreate is free? No. Procreate's like, I don't know how much it is now, but it's like 12, between 12 and 15 I think, dollars. I think in Canadian at the time when I bought it, I think it was 14 Canadian. Plant Boy that you drew in pixel art app? Plant Boy? I'm assuming you mean Masaki? Maybe? I don't have him in this folder. I'm assuming it's this OC. This one. Mechanical pencil with graphite for life. I think there was like, at least like growing up, there was like a bit of stigma towards like people who use mechanical pencil to draw versus like people who use like a normal like wooden pencil, I guess. Who are you drawing? I'm drawing my OC Akemi. Graphite is genuinely the best. It's the easiest to build values in my opinion. I think it's like underrated sometimes because so much of like art on social media and stuff, I feel like it's being oversaturated with digital. So I love seeing like traditional medium a lot. And graphite is something like I'll never get sick of watching somebody who I guess like knows how to use it to the best of their ability. I love watching people just use graphite. $10 I think for Procreate? I think it depends. I know some people said it was like 12. I think mine was 14 when I bought it. Favorite color? My favorite color is blue, but I like kind of like a mint color or like a turquoise-ish color. I love your sketch pages, but I can't seem to make it look right with placements. Any tips? This is kind of like how I like to think about it. So let's say your canvas is like a rectangle and you want to place like a larger, like I guess it depends on what you're starting with, but if you block out like one section, I like to move in like a certain, just how to explain this? It's like a way of like overlapping and filling the space almost like Tetris. So like if you fill in this space, you might put in like a drawing that fills up this space. This can make an interesting composition, right? Sometimes I put the person in the center a lot of the time, so it makes like a thinner drawing up here. I could have a longer one up here, a small one right here, and maybe another larger one here. It's just like filling up the space and allowing things to overlap. But I guess like for myself, I also tend to draw things in order. So like the first thing I draw tends to be the most furthest in the front versus like stuff in the back. It kind of becomes like the last thing I end up drawing. It's kind of like up to preference and stuff. And like if you care about the composition a lot, you could always like pre-sketch everything and then erase it to whatever you want it to look like, and then render and or like finish it to make it look a little bit more aesthetic, I guess, in the end. It depends on how you want to work with it. I guess I raised his sleeve quite a bit. Maybe this will be more scrunched. I don't know if that makes sense. I've always done like sketch pages a little bit brain dead in a way, because it's just make the page full basically. Hello Snuggy Bunny, welcome, welcome. Welcome Emily. Can you guys hear my pencil? I don't know how loud it is. Like my mic is pretty close to my iPad, but I don't know how well it picks up the sound. I think I'm gonna take a break from gouache and work on the painting tomorrow. Might work on my iPad on Procreate, but I low-key have a headache, so I'm debating if I should draw on my iPad or sleep. Please sleep. If you have a headache, I don't think the iPad will help you anymore. Yeah, I think my art teacher in high school was super supportive. I just remember people being shocked that I would do some of my pieces with a mechanical pencil, and I always just told them that the sharp point at the end of the mechanical pencil just helped me put down that very, very dark kind of values that I had, because I also never really used like different hardnesses, I guess, or softnesses of graphite all that much. I think I started using it probably in my last year of high school and like the beginning of uni for me. But for the most part, I rendered everything with just like a normal HB mechanical pencil. But that made everything look like super reflective. Minori? I think I know her. She's like a Japanese artist, correct? Like she does art videos, craft videos, hauls and stuff. I think I know her. Masaki is Plant Boy certified. A good way to practice composition for me is studying Japanese fashion magazine layouts. Oh, yeah, that's interesting. I feel like magazine layouts are very interesting to look at. I never understood how to, I guess, like do magazine layouts in a very effective way. So when I was like in my prereqs for part of my design courses and stuff, oh boy. The funny thing is like I would do like the bare minimum because like my brain could not like rack around the concept of being super creative with like magazine layouts. But then like when we had like crits, like critiques for my classes, I was like, oh boy. Everyone's doing so well. I would have loved to done more like graphic design or just design courses in general, because I think those classes are what I learned more than in a lot of my art courses, just because they don't teach as much in art as they do in design, I feel like. At least for me. I wish I did more graphic design, that's for sure. I don't know. Hello Mariposa, welcome, welcome. I can kind of hear it, but it's nice since it's like mini ASMR. How long did it take you to understand coloring? To be honest, I don't think I fully grasp it even till now, so I don't know. Sometimes like when I feel like I plateau a little bit in my art and then I have like a big realization on how to do something. I had that for part of when I was trying to learn how to do like digital painting, and I think when I started doing digital painting, that's when I like fully understood a little bit more about how I wanted to color. Like mixing colors, what I think colors look the best. I do struggle with value sometimes because I fiddle around with color, so some things might lack a little bit of contrast. But traditional mediums like paint mediums, acrylic, watercolor, gouache, oil paints will definitely help you learn how to mix colors a little bit more effectively, in my opinion, than digital. So I don't know if there's like a specific time frame I can give to say like I fully understand how to color. Okay, let me look up a reference of the flowers. So I need to find a way on how I want to position these. We can, but it's not too loud to notice, really? Okay. As long as it's not disturbing. That's good. Do you like designing characters? Not really, to be honest. I know some people, like, they have like 100 OCs that they have, and I'm like, how? I struggle to keep like 4 afloat. Questions for what drawing apps do you recommend for Android? Android is... I use Paint on Android? Yes, I think so, right? Because it's on Samsung phones, I'm assuming, so it's like... Procreate's not. Clip Studio Paint, I believe you can do on your Android phone as well if you want to use that, but it is paid. I don't know what else there is, because I never really looked into Android devices, like apps for Android devices, because I don't typically draw on my phone per se. Best way to break down magazine layout is shapes and focal points, like making a 1/3 of the page and using another third for brand attributes and the last third for a close-up. I never grasped fully on how to do like the text wrapping in such a way that didn't feel too segmented, I guess, when I had photos and stuff with text. It made me struggle a lot. A lot of my design courses made me struggle. When I use mechanical pencil, I like to use a 2B lead. I can draw light and go dark and build up values. I do recommend that if you want to do more like graphite drawing. 2B is a good lead hardness to use because it's soft enough to get the full range. Because I do think like sometimes people use like 4B, 6B, 8B, even 10B, and I don't think 10B, like anything past 6B I think is overkill. In my opinion. Maybe some people have a different opinion, but yeah, sometimes we can't tell the difference between like 6B and 10B when we were using it, or like we switched to an ebony pencil. Have you tried coloring digitally in grayscale? I have in the past. I have yet to do the exercise where you paint fully in grayscale and then use a bunch of blend modes or like gradient maps to help plan out colors. I've done it very briefly. just to like quickly plan out stuff, but I don't think I used it super effectively. So where is it? Well, I guess it'll be in this folder. I did it for this one technically, but I wanted like a very specific color palette anyways, where I painted this in grayscale and then used the gradient map to kind of plan out everything. Have you ever considered taking architecture course? My parents wanted me to. I found... I don't think I had any assignments that were technically too geared towards like architecture per se. We had to do like building assignments and like perspective and all that, but architecture might be a little bit too technical for me from what I've seen. One of my design profs back in, I think, first year, I think he was an architecture and designer, so he talked a lot about it and he was like showing a bunch of like tips and tricks. And we had like a lot of ID students, but I don't think I knew anyone who went into like architecture specifically, other than my cousin, but I don't talk to him. Oh, Medibang's on Android too? I didn't know that. I think Medibang has a good interface for the most part. I don't think I remember using it on any like mobile device though. But I think it's like cross-compatible, right, with your files? Krita, High Paint. I've heard of High Paint before. I don't use pencils, I use pen when I want to sketch in my sketchbook. I think that's a good practice to do, is sketching with pen rather than pencil. It'll help you be a little bit more conscious of your lines. And to be a little bit more free with sketching in a way that you don't feel too compelled with erasing if that's an issue for you. So usually I would do my study of the flower first completely, so I can kind of like work out any of the kinks of like how I want to sketch something for it to be easier for me to render a little bit later, but I did not do that this time, so I might struggle to color this later. I feel like I have the petals facing the wrong way. Do you like birds? I do like birds to a certain degree. I feel like the flapping of their wings does startle me and scare me a little bit. Waddle Block, thank you very much for coming to the stream and have a good rest of your night. Ooh, have you used Adobe softwares back in your uni days? Do you still use it now? So I don't use any now because license is expensive, and I think Adobe is not... Didn't they... I don't want to talk about it really. I swear they doubled down on their AI stance, I swear. But back in my uni days I did, and I used it also because like it was required, but also we get some discounts on the programs. So I mostly used InDesign, I think. I used Photoshop occasionally, but I mostly used InDesign because I used mostly other programs to kind of do some of my assignments where they require you to use Photoshop, but I would like use Paint Tool Sai or even like Medibang, Fire Alpaca, whatever I had my hands on to do the assignments instead. But InDesign was kind of hard to not use for design course, so yeah. But unfortunately I missed the tutorial or like the shop for learning how to use InDesign because I had to go to an emergency thing outside of the country. But yeah, I found InDesign super hard to use for myself. It was just too much to take in at the time. Oh, I'm taking architecture course, but I hope I could make comics someday though. Oh, that's exciting. Hopefully you take a lot of time to rest and relax, because I hear architecture is very intense. What's your favorite thing to render? I think mine's are rendering eyes, especially Genshin eyes with how different the pupils are. Genshin eyes are always fun to do. They have like a very large range for their designs. For me, I just like rendering the face and the hair usually together. If not, sometimes just like, I don't know, I feel like it's too specific. White clothing or black clothing. As someone who's in graphic design, InDesign is pain. I couldn't grasp InDesign very well. I think a part of it's also like graphic design or just like design in general didn't really pique my interest until after I graduated. So I'm pretty sure that also made me not really want to learn design. Like, how do I explain it? When you're learning it in more of like an academic setting, I probably lost interest in it. Because of like, you know, you're being graded, there's assignments, all that stuff. I have like other courses to focus on. But like now that I'm out of school, I wish I learned more about graphic design. It's just helpful, but also like the way how some people think about like layouts or color combinations or like logos, I find very interesting now, so it's a little bit regretful that I didn't put more effort into it. But I love seeing like my friends, I was gonna call them theses, but they're not their thesis. It was kind of like their grad show for design. I did watch and look at some of their stuff from then. It was very cool what they accomplished for their graduation show. Adobe's getting sued for their cancellation fees. I hope they lose. Oh my god. Photoshop isn't that bad. I know a lot of people use Photoshop still. Like for a lot of things, like photo editing, for their graphic design, to drawing. A lot of people still use it. Hello Alexis, welcome. Sorry, I'm rubbing my eye. I'm currently learning how to use InDesign, and yeah, I agree, it's hard. My brain can't understand or remember. I think with the more assignments you do, you'll get a better grasp of it. Because unfortunately my program, it was more like I was forced to take a, I think a second or third year design course. It was like a prereq, or not prereq, it was like required for my program. So I took typography and logo and typography, I think that's what it's called. And that's why I had to use InDesign. But we spent so little time, I guess like because it's only one course, I feel like I never fully grasped it. I just did my best so I wouldn't fail the course. so pretty. What brush do you use for line art? So for the sketch here, I use the Jing Sketches. I think it's the Sketch Round. This one, the one with the heart. Sketch Round from Jing Sketches brush pack. Little Kaisen, that spinning should be a sticker or a keychain. I'll make him into a sticker maybe. Freebie sticker? For a future update. Kaisen spinning around is now my favorite thing. Until I make a new like GIF of a different OC, maybe I'll leave Kaisen there for now. Drawing these at such wonky looking angle. Hello, little dolphin G. Welcome, welcome. Gonna lurk again? No worries. He's dizzy from all the spinning. 11 AM in Iraq now. 4 PM in Malaysia. Right now it's only 1 AM for me. As I say, like, as if it's not that late. But do go to sleep if you need to sleep, especially if you're from, I guess, the west coast? West side? The western side? Because I'm assuming it's midnight, or past midnight, I guess, well into the AMs. I guess it does have this little green base. This is what I get for not painting this first. What canvas size do you use when you use Ibis Paint X? I use the same size as I use for majority of my like default portraiture, so 5 by 7 inches, 300 to 350 DPI probably. Anyone from Asia? 7 PM in Aussie? 7 PM, wow. I always forget how vast the time zones are for some people, because wow, we... once I finish placing in a good chunk of the flowers, I didn't really think of a background for him, to be honest. I might have to look up where does, I don't know how to say these flowers' names, hellebores are located, so we can probably put like a simple background, but after that, I think I'll block in maybe the base color for him, and then we'll continue rendering that other flower first, and then come back. 3 AM. Frozen gummy bears. Are those the ones that people put like gummy bears into Sprite to let them like bloat and absorb it, and then they freeze them? 9 AM still in France. Drawing is so good, thank you. This one's smaller. I should have put the flowers on a separate layer. Would have made it a little bit easier for me to reposition everything. Should have stretch. So I'm gonna block in. I don't really think about the color palette. I'll go more yellowy. Change the sketch color. Then go ahead and use selection tool to fill. Really need to think of what I want to do for the background though, because I can't really proceed with coloring otherwise. Haikyuu? I actually watched the Haikyuu movie the other day finally, since it's available on Crunchyroll or whatever. Man, I miss Haikyuu. I was gonna do Haikyuu fan art, but I feel like I won't do them justice at this point. I'll just consume more media of them. AM in Thailand. It's only 3 AM. I'm surprised. I'm coming up with a lot of OCs because I want to learn how to make a game and have my OCs in there. That's cute, and I think that's a good motivator. There is a game I want to play just because it seems so cozy and cute and like very low key. Because I see a lot of people playing web fishing. I just like the aesthetic of it, and then just the whole premise is very cute. Drawing competition? I feel like a drawing competition feels like too much pressure. Have you heard about the situation being country? I don't think I have. I'm not really into the voice acting sphere as much. And thank you very much for posting the rules, Curly. I appreciate it. Okay. Cat's Eye? I've seen, I think, one of their songs, I think. Because there's so many TikToks or like YouTube shorts, Instagram shorts, or reels that I've been seeing of them. Or at least the song. The song that I have stuck in my head right now is Yena's, is it Nemo Nemo? That song is stuck in my head. Not only that, she is so cute. I want to draw out like all of her outfits. So adorable. Okay, so we'll figure out a background for him later. I'm gonna switch over and, oops, try to finish rendering these because I kind of need to before I tackle the coloring for Akemi. Sugawara owns my heart currently. I love him. He's so cute. Sugawara. I love a lot of the setters in Haikyuu. A lot of them. Alongside with like Yaku. Yaku from Nekoma. But let me show you guys a quick time lapse actually. So we can kind of get all caught up. Sketching the flowers are always fun. Sometimes the shading and or like the coloring process makes me lose my mind. Nemo Nemo is stuck in my head 24/7, same. Frozen gummy bears taste like a slushie but squishy. That's been like trending, right? Because I feel like a lot of people talk about the texture of it. So apologies if anyone was here for me rendering out Akemi or coloring him. I'm gonna try to finish this flower. Instead. I'm trying to think of... Actually, let me see. I think Kaisen's next for who I'm gonna draw for the flower zine. Just so I can make sure that I have at least one of each OC first. And I want to draw him with epiphyllums because I love those flowers so much. And I feel like with Kaisen's dark color palette, a light bright flower that kind of fits with like a lot of like darker scenery and stuff would fit him the best. Because I believe they only bloom like once a year or something like that. Favorite K-pop group? 17's my favorite. By far. It used to be Infinite before 17 debuted, because I was like a diehard in spirit for so long, hence my username. But 17 has been my favorite since they debuted. Saito spinning while wearing elf costume? Who's Saito? Who is Saito? What does he mean Sato? And I mean elf as in like Christmas? Crying at Jonghan's future enlistment? No! I'm waiting for the 96 line to go. Hoshi's like, don't be sad, I'm gonna enlist. He makes it so lighthearted. Oh no, it's okay. I just wanted to make sure, because sometimes, like, even for me when I'm reading stuff, I need to process whether or not people are talking about my OCs, or if they're talking about, like, an actual, like, different character. Because a lot of people do request, like, fan art of, like, anime characters, so I can never tell. Because Saito is another name. So it's all good. I'm gonna head out and sleep. We'll watch the rest later. It was nice talking to you. Hopefully the drawing process goes well for the rest of the stream night for me. Thank you much for coming to the stream though, Detective Pikachu. Good night. The animation's so cute. Sato is gonna be low-key a nightmare. I probably have to change her hair if I end up drawing her. But in elf, like elf spinning, Sato would be like very cute. So maybe I'll do that. I also wanted to do Masaki and a Christmas tree, because my brain can only think about 17th June as a Christmas tree from like the green room days. 17th enlistment's making you sad. Yeah. It's inevitable. And they'll come back. They'll come back. How do you get inspired to do art? I feel like I can only make art once a month, and that's a-okay. There's no need to put pressure on yourself. Also, I feel like it's different from person to person in terms of how people get their inspiration. Like, sometimes it's music, looking at other people's art, watching people's process, just visual things, or like experiencing nature. It's really much like tailored also to like your own preferences of like subject matter, I guess. Or even just like how you view art, right? Some people do a lot of like venting art, so maybe, you know, it's based on their emotions at the time. Or if like maybe the weather is terrible, that kind of stuff. For me, this one is more like about passion project. I always lived like looking at flowers and like reading up about flowers and all that stuff, and then I wanted to push myself to actually learn how to draw flowers a little bit more effectively, or like, I don't know. I feel like I never liked the way I drew flowers for a while, and still even now, like sometimes they turn out like too plasticky looking. But having OCs and stuff to force me myself to draw flowers definitely helped. But I feel like if you're not, I guess like, if there's no deadline or like an assignment or like you don't need to have like a crunch time for your art, I don't think it's like a bad thing if you only make art once a month. That's perfectly fine. There's no pressure that should be forcing you to draw. Good night for everyone who lives in other countries. Yes, please sleep if you need to. Steampunk Alchemist OC. That's cute. One of my friends also has steampunk OCs. I always like the aesthetic, but it seems like a pain for some of the mechanical features. But an alchemist sounds very cool though. The steampunk theme. I should really focus on this flower first. I always love your OC content, Ren. I hope you continue drawing them. Hopefully I will. P.S. Masaki is also my favorite. Don't tell the spinning Kaisen. It's okay. All the spinning is gonna get to his head and he won't be able to hear you. It's okay if Kaisen's not your favorite. Venti art from Genshin Impact. Vent art, Venti art. Could be the same thing. Draw Venti when you're pissed. For me, having precious OCs really helped because I always enjoy making art and comics for them. That's very cute. I always like hope that people who create OCs have that relationship with them. Because I feel like, at least like unless you're making a story, obviously, there's gonna be characters you're gonna like dislike personality-wise, but I hope people make OCs that they genuinely like and that are kind of like dear and precious to them. Because I think that's always fun, being able to just sit down and be like, oh, I feel like drawing so-and-so today. It's just like your own self-made comfort character. For coloring, does the color you choose for your OC shading have to go well with the background environment? I rarely draw much due to how much homework I get from college and today is my free day. I don't think the background has to match the color scheme of your OCs. I do think like you can adjust the either saturation or like the, what is it called? the hue a little bit depending on the environment. So let's say like if your OC's in a very cool lit cave, maybe with like glowing mushrooms that are blue or something like that, it's gonna affect how the clothing's gonna look. For Kaisen, like, do I have an example? Let me see. I think also because the way how I color, I like to incorporate a lot of like the existing colors around into the drawings of my OCs because of like bounce light per se, but like also just like generally looking at the entire composition and the color scheme. I feel like if it's a little bit better if you incorporate colors outside of your OC's color palette from the environment, if that makes sense. So I guess like even this, like sometimes I add the grayish purple blue back into like the cardigan and stuff, because otherwise he might look a little bit too warm compared to the background, that kind of stuff. It's just small things that might make your OC fit a little bit better. But I don't think like you need to tailor the background to your OC, if that makes sense. Like if your OC, let's say like if I take Kaisen to the beach, where it's like bright and sunny and a lot of vibrant colors, he's gonna stick out like a sore thumb, yeah, but I could like add a lot of the colors back into his clothing. At least he'll look like he exists in the environment, but he can still keep his color scheme, if anything. Doomin, hello! It's been a while. Hello, hello. Hope you've been well. Hello, Aika. Welcome, welcome. Sorry for my English because I currently speak Indonesian. No one cares actually. What's your OCs inspired of? Mine is the band members and currently draw them based on my cyan bear headband. That's a very cute concept, by the way. A lot of my OCs are just based off of... I don't know. They're not... concept-wise, nothing really. I just like them as like a group of friends. I think I consider looking mostly at like color schemes when I make my OCs, if anything, because their story is more like slice of life, so they don't really have like a specific theme per se. It's like rooted in reality is probably what I meant to say. Your VTuber model is so cute, thank you. My pet peeve is when people tapping the pencil. Is my biggest pet peeve is people who don't flush the toilet. Interesting. I understand like the tapping pencil one though. But I think it might be just like the repetitive nature of it. Because I like deliberate tapping noises, let's say for like ASMR and stuff, but like when it comes to like a person, I don't know, like sometimes it's like in class and stuff when I was younger, some people who tap their pencils on the desk would bother me. Maybe it was just maybe like when I was younger it only bothered me like as much as it did, because compared to now I feel like tapping noises I find very soothing if anything. First time drawing alive and I can't stop staring at Kaisen spinning. He spins from start to end the entire time. Ah, well, Capybara, just wait until Saturday's video. You'll see him again soon. I will end up drawing more of like Akemi siblings more often soon. Once I start the new sketchbook, I will be planning them out a lot more, because I don't know, there's something about them that's like preventing me from wanting to draw them as much, and I don't know why. Because luckily for both Kaisen and Moriko, I draw them a lot more than my other OCs sometimes, especially because like compared to when Akemi and Sato were made, I think Kaisen and Moriko definitely piqued my interest a little bit more for some reason. I just ended up drawing them a heck of a lot. Even though they're like fairly new, I guess. I'm jealous how unique every drawing of yours is. I honestly feel like everything I draw is the same and I just want at least... I think that's okay. For me, I stay in my comfort zone like a lot. I don't do a lot of things outside of my comfort zone, especially for my art. But I feel like it definitely stems from the fact that like I'm content with, if I just want to draw a face, I'm just gonna draw a face. Like there's no need to like reinvent the wheel. I don't need to make it like, oh, the person's doing like a JoJo's pose kind of thing just to draw a face. Just draw whatever you want, right? Even if it's like something that you're comfortable with or like if it's still in your comfort zone. I think like if you want to focus like on improvement, then yeah, it's great to step out of your comfort zone and try something new and let yourself fail and do like some horrible art and all that. But if you are just drawing because it makes you happy, then just continue doing that. There's no need to force yourself, I guess. Because that's like one thing I don't like about I don't know how to word this. With the idea of like so many people posting their art on social media, I think there's too much of an idea of like the grind set where, oh, you know, like I learned how to do this from so-and-so artist, now I'm like a master at doing this, and like everyone's trying to like one up each other almost, or like you always have to be improving, which I don't think is the case. Like some people are just casual artists, some people are like hobbyists, some people just want to draw because it makes them happy. I don't think there's like a need to always have to improve in such like great lengths, if that makes sense. I don't know if that like ignore me. Just ignore me. Yeah, Arakan content soon, hopefully. I'll definitely draw them more, and I'll draw Anka as well. Kennel Mimi style. What is your OC's animal if they have an animal feature? I don't think they have animal features. I do think from time to time if I were to like assign an animal to each of my OCs, like Kaisen probably be a black cat, Maseki maybe like a squirrel, and then I haven't really thought about the rest. Oh, Wolf Kaisen. I guess the Halloween one also made him more of a wolf rather than like a cat. But I don't know what like Akemi would be or like Koji. Maybe Akemi a snake or something. I feel like that's maybe because of his color scheme or like his eye color. Sato is a cute bird, that's cute. Did you animate Spinning Kaisen in Procreate? I did! Let me show you really quickly. Here's like all my frames. How do you draw guys? I feel incapable of drawing or doing so. I've drawn girls all my life. I think you just need that one comfort character, but maybe a guy, and then you'll get used to it. Because I was in the same boat my entirety of like middle school, high school, and a lot of like early uni. I drew like only girls. Even like realism portraits and stuff, I drew a lot of girls. But like once I started doing like more 17 fan art, I started drawing more boys, and then I got into like, you know, like other fandoms where it's mostly guys. So I started drawing more guys. Draw guys that you want to date? I mean, that's motivation too, I guess. Koji in the inflatable dinosaur costume? That's cute. Yeah. That's very cute. He can terrorize Kaisen. Have any of you guys ever worn those inflatable costumes? Because they have like a... I don't know if it's like a motor, but like something that causes the air to constantly flow. Is it like super loud? Because I don't think I've ever been around a person who's actually worn it in real life. But I feel like it's loud, if anything. He also time travel with his friend Ezra on their time machine share ship. That's cute. Two spinning Kaisens, let's go! I only draw wolf, cat, fox, bear right now. I usually draw wolf and cat. I feel like as long as you know how to draw those animals, I feel like you can tackle a lot more other animals because they have like very similar builds. Not very loud. My brother had one for a Christmas party. It was hilarious. Wait, what was he then? A dinosaur for Christmas? Interesting. You know, you saw a kid in one? For some reason, I always imagined they'd be loud. But I guess if it's not, it makes more sense that more people would wear it comfortably, I guess. When I was handing out candies for Halloween, I saw people wearing inflatable costumes of SpongeBob and Patrick. I was wishing someone was in the dinosaur one. The SpongeBob and Patrick one would be funny to see though. I've seen the Sonic one, I think. Or that low-key horrific one with just the mask and the t-shirt for Sonic. Got motivated to draw along with the stream. Nice. Do you guys usually draw along with art streams, or do you usually do like a different activity? Or just like streams in general, I guess. Because I like watching streams, or I guess like listening to streams, because I just like hearing people chat or talk or like have fun and stuff. It just puts me in a better mood, if anything. And this is good background noise. But I don't know how much I would concentrate if I was watching someone draw. As long as it's a concept story for my OCs, besides I can't write lengthy book. It's okay. I feel like short stories work well for OCs as well too. You wish you could do art, you have too much to do. Take a break. Whenever you can, take a break. Even if it's not for drawing, just take a break. Stretch, hydrate, grab a snack, all that. Yep. Currently I'm coloring my OC art. His name is Latif. Awesome name. I wish I could make a comic, but I just can't. In first grade, we got a project to write and draw a book. I got 15 out of 15 for grammar, 15 out of 15 for punctuation, 2 out of 15 for creativity. That's okay. First grade. It's okay. But I feel like as long as you're having fun with the comic, the more you write about it, the more you'll probably get used to like what you want to include or change. Like nothing needs to be like fully concrete for the comic if you're not like actually publishing it or like showing it to anybody. If it's for yourself, then just have fun and see where it takes you. Otherwise, planning would be probably a good idea to give you a sense of direction. Kind of surprised it's only 150 right now. Depends on the content. Gaming, watching, drawing, and drawing or lurking. Ah, I see. I guess it would change, yeah, depending on what you're watching. Or I guess like requires more of your attention, I guess. Trying to get rid of all these pink lines as much as I can. Depends. Sometimes I chat with other chatters and sometimes I listen to the streamers in the background while doing my assignments. I think I'm mostly a lurker. Maybe that's why. Chatting never like compels me all that much when like when I'm watching other streamers. That or like I just don't like being perceived. Maybe. It's honestly so nice having you guys here. I miss this so much. I'll try to do more Guerilla streams whenever I can. Definitely nighttime is more of the optimal time for me to stream at this point. I feel more motivated when I'm watching art streams. I feel the same way when it comes to like art videos that are like longer formed. But like, I feel like I always get distracted as well watching the person create stuff. Have you ever played Stardew Valley? I have! The funny thing is, like, when I usually have a call with my friends, we would actually play co-op Stardew Valley. We didn't play today, but usually we do. I'm like slowly waiting till we're finished with Stardew, because I want to get them into Core Keeper, and my other friend was like, I'll download Core Keeper if you download Chain Together, and I'm like, you want me to mold? I've watched people play Chain Together and I can't imagine us playing it, but it would be fun. Because I suck at platformers, and I don't think they know that. So, ooh boy. No worries, Florentina. Good luck with your classes. I just chat in your streams. Is this so comfortable? I appreciate it, Curly. Same. Like you, I want to see what the artist did to make such good art. Yeah, I love watching people paint a lot. Especially with gouache. I'm always in awe with what people can do with gouache. Still need to think of a background for Akemi. So I would like to get some coloring of him done today. Guess I don't really need to go ham with the details for this. It's gonna be seen from afar. You like this background music? I thought it was cozy, so I thought it was a little bit more fitting for today's stream. I forget. I feel like, did you tell me your name? I forgot if you did. I'm sorry. I'm gonna call you Hyunjin again. I'm doing good. I hope you're doing well. All of my OCs is a human with an animal feature, and they're a teenager, even though they're Zachary Christ is an 18-year-old, but he's 217 years old. I always find those concepts very interesting. Kind of fantasy-ish. Oh, Stray McKay, welcome, welcome. Hope you've been doing well. So I don't know how long today's stream is gonna be though. Do any of you guys crochet? Because I've been learning how to for the last few weeks, and I've been having a lot of fun with it, but I've been struggling with one thing more recently. Oh no, insomnia. I wish there was a way for people to sleep easier, I guess. That sucks. I hope you can fall asleep though. Second gen K-pop? I do like second gen. Second, third is my favorite, I think. Maybe it's because like that's when I was like the most active. No worries. 5 AM, man. I hope you can get some sleep though. You crochet mainly to make blanket squares for charity. It's very fun. I always like seeing people make those granny squares. They look fun to do. Crocheting is so fun, bro. Ah, Tanya. Animation assignments. You guys are working hard. Crocheting. Do you guys like use the chunky yarn? Kind of like the Chanel, chenille maybe? Chenille yarn? It's like the chunkier, fluffier yarn. How do you guys see your stitches? I just have to like feel around to find them. It's 3 PM here. It is almost... no, it is 2 AM. It is now 2 AM for me. I do crochet tiny projects like a wallet and a pouch. I used to sell them before going to uni. Oh, fun! There's some cute things you can do with crocheting. I've seen people do like the little AirPod cases and they look so adorable. Never used that yarn, but I want to so bad. Hopefully you get to try it. I've been struggling to see my stitches because it's so fluffy and they kind of like merge into one. So it's hard for me to see them. So sometimes when I'm doing certain stitches, I miscount. And then I either have to frog everything or do I have to just like add another stitch and just pray and hope it works. But I'm working on like a giant, not giant, it's bigger, I guess. Like the biggest project I've been working on, it's like a little flower pillow thing. I want to make like a flower cushion. So I've been working on the petals, but that's where I'm struggling right now. Because I made a bunch of like tiny flowers for the last few weeks. And like clovers, and obviously the little flower pots for Kaisen and Masaki. Like my little plushes of them, so that they don't fall over. want to learn so I can make my sis one, but she knows how to. Ah, I still think it's nice to make someone else something, even though if they know how to do it. Because hopefully they'll appreciate the amount of effort and time and love that you put into it. Chunky yarn is my favorite, so soft. I bought a small crochet little froggy from a seller back when I was not working. What's it called? Tabling at like a K-pop market. It's so cute. I think that's why I was like, oh, I want to try to find whatever yarn this is. So I went to Walmart like the other day and I found a cute pink and white yarn. So I've been trying my best to make the flower. Maybe I'll post a picture of it whenever I finish it, but hopefully I have enough so that I can make like a little cushion. Because I kind of want to get some blue or like a turquoise or like a mint color. One, because carrot colors, but two, I just like that color a lot and it'd be cute to have like a cushion of that color. This upside down. Whoops. You went to Universal Studios? That's exciting. I love doing tedious things like crocheting lately. Been carving in candles and making mini Oh, that's very cool. I never heard of candle carving before. Sounds fun. But I agree. I think like tedious tasks or like crafts and stuff, very fun to do, and they're like very relaxing. I think that's why I really wanted to pick up crocheting after I made the little baskets for, or like the little pots for Kaisen and Maseki. Also because like, I didn't know this, I always thought like when I was a kid, like when I was super young, I remember my mom crocheting a little blue, like a baby blue basket, and it had like a nice design on it. It's like super cute. And I just remember my mom using a chopstick to make it, and I'm like, how the heck is she doing this? Because I never noticed that, because I've asked her recently. She told me that she carved a little hook basically into the wooden chopstick, and that's how she was doing it. And I never noticed that she was crocheting, because I was like, how are you doing this with one utensil? Because later on, when I grew up a little bit in elementary, I used to be in the knitting club, so I was like, how did my mom do that? Because like, it required 2 sticks. How does she only need to use 1? I was just always flabbergasted. Do you own any art books? I actually own a lot from other artists. I don't keep them in this office, so I can't really name off all the artists that I have, but I have some from Mako House, Tricky Wagon, I think E-Power, or like Hello Today Coffee. I also have one from Rosary. What else is there? There's another artist that's kind of slipping my mind. Tricky Wagon. There's another artist I bought a zine from and an art book from, and I forget, I think their name is just Matcha? But they have beautiful art. I love their art so much. And I've never found this artist before. It was only when my friend tabled with me at Anime Fawn. She was like, oh, we need to get this art book. Like, can you help me find this artist? And I'm like, oh, sure. And I saw their art. I'm like, I have to buy their books. I have to. So I bought 3 of them. And I gave one to my friend as a gift And a little thank you for helping me table that day. Or not that day, that entire weekend. You want to crochet a doll of your OC? That's be cute. A lot of like some crochet content creators I follow, they make some like really cute like chibi looking crochet dolls. They look super cute. Especially with like the little beady eyes. A lot of crocheters, people who crochet tend to use. I always think those eyes look super cute. Your mom is a pro. She told me recently that a lot of the bags that they took to school, like all of her and her siblings, they would crochet all their bags before going to school and take them with them as their school bag, I guess. And she's like, we always had to make so many of these, and I'm like, wow. I think that's why she bought me hooks recently. When she saw me crocheting. Because I think it took me a long time to realize that she was actually crocheting. Because the only thing I knew was like sewing and or knitting. Oh, I don't know how to say your name. Oh, that's just, they hate Ray. I guess your name is Ray. The hell is Zam as well. Disposable wooden chopsticks to knit when I couldn't find my proper needles. Oh wow. Knitting, I would like to get back into one day. I only did knitting during, I think, 3rd and 4th grade of my elementary. Because my friend's aunt was one of the assistant teachers. And she was an assistant teacher, but she also did, I forget what else she did in the school. But she held a knitting course or class like during lunch, so we would eat our lunch and she would help with our knitting projects and stuff. And I think in that short period of time I made a stuffed pig, a pumpkin, and like a hat, like a toque. Because she did it only for like a short period of time, but I remember her teaching. She's such a fun teacher. The outfits. There's like a moment, there's like a bunch of moments that I saw people doing like fan cams of during the 17 tour, which was super cute. There's like so many sweet moments. I don't know. There's too many that I've been seeing. And I'm glad because like a lot of my Carrot mutuals on like Twitter and Instagram, a lot of them went to like the concerts recently. They looked like they had so much fun. I'm just glad they were able to go. Also the outfits that some people wear to the concerts. So cute. You're still streaming? I'll stream a little bit longer, maybe until I finish the flowers, because I actually don't know if we're going to be able to work on Akemi today. We'll see, because I really didn't think of a background for him, and I can't move on to coloring until I do, because I need to figure out what colorings work best for him alongside with, or not work best with him, what is it called? The lighting situation, basically. And I might want to fix his torso a bit. Last time was in September, but still. What concert did you go to, Guerilla? I'm like manifesting, because I know 17 probably won't come to Canada. I'm pretty sure after they're done with their North American leg, I mean their US leg, they're probably just gonna either do another Asia tour dates or something like that, or just like, I don't know, maybe they'll be done after that. I have little hope that they'll come to Canada. Hopefully they'll go to Europe. A lot of European carrots never got the concert that they wanted, technically. But I'm waiting for day 6. I am hoping they have a Canada stop, because I want to take my friends to go see day 6. I didn't tell them, but I already bought them like their the day 6 little wristband light sticks, because I didn't realize how big of a fan of day 6 that they were, so I decided to buy them for their Christmas gift. No, I love doing art and a lot of crafts, but its consequences, my back and everything hurts. That's relatable. Just make sure to sit up properly, stretch every so often, get up, walk around, all that. Even though I shouldn't be talking, my back has been aching for the last week. I really need to find a better way to film my videos. I feel like I always break my back. Do you plan to make a webtoon or a comic with your OCs? Your art is really pretty. Thank you. Not like a full-blown comic. I did juggle around with the idea of like just doing short story kind of, well, not short story, like a short comic strip or something. For like little moments and stuff. I think it would be fun to do. I think that's like only the amount I can kind of commit in terms of like time. And not only that, I don't have the confidence in like writing at all. Storytelling, writing, all that, definitely, I'm very weak in it. English was never like my favorite subject. Hope you didn't hear me yawn. Yeah. How do you make your streaming setup like this? It seems so cool. Thank you. I don't know which part you're referring to though. The overlay is just like a still image that I made sure to crop out certain parts for each section. So like the iPad has a window, the chat has a window. Everything else is like you can do usually like in Streamlabs or OBS with the layering and stuff. I want to change my layout though. But I don't know, maybe I'm too attached to it. I just want to like shift the chat and the iPad screen to probably be maybe more centered or to be larger. We'll see. I love seeing everyone enjoying themselves. It's so cute. I recently went to a Stray Kids concert in my hometown, but I'm really hoping 17 comes to AUs? I guess like Australia, I'm assuming? Hopefully they will. I want them to have more stops, but I also hope that they can get a lot of rest. And I'm assuming when the tour is over is when like 96 Line's probably going to enlist. But, oh, I'm thinking of Jonghan because didn't he film some stuff before going to the army? Like his enlistment? I forget what it was, but he had like a whole vlog thing. I'm just wondering if like all the members did that, if they're planning to enlist soon, because that's so cute. I seriously love 17 so much. They're just such a cute bunch. Yeah. Yeah, D6. Hope they come to France. I hope they do. Never been to a concert in my life. I need to go soon. Hopefully you can attend one. It's very fun, especially if you go with people you enjoy. Oh dear, I just entered in that spinning kaisen. So freaking adorable. Thank you. I get depressed because I don't go to Jakarta for Avenged Sevenfold concert, and I ended up looking for a fan art of the Avengers and Marvel stuff. Ah. I hope people get to go to the concerts that they want to next year, I guess. I don't know how many concerts are like still planned for this year, but high hopes for next year for hopefully everybody. But what am I saying? What is it? Day 6 is really what I'm hoping for. Because from what I remember, the last times they had world tours, they did have at least a stop in Toronto. So that's all I can hope for, because I think my friends all agreed to go, as long as it doesn't fall on too closely to my friend's wedding date, because if it is, then we're definitely not going. I'm kind of like hoping, potentially, looking at like the current dates that they're going to be in the US, I think it might be around when her bachelorette might be, so I might split and see if I can split her bachelorette into like part of it in Toronto, because me and my friend are the ones planning it. Because I know she wanted to visit other places in Canada, and I think a concert would be so fun. Ah, welcome back. A cat emoji. A Blackpink concert or an aespa concert or a 21 concert. 21 concert, man, that would be so amazing. Especially because they had one recently, right? Like a kind of like a reunion concert. Is that aespa's new song? I forgot what it's called, but that's also been kind of stuck in my head lately. Because I've been seeing a lot of like reels or shorts or something about it. Good morning from Sweden. Good morning. visiting Philippines next year to see my relatives who I haven't seen for 11 years. Wow! Hope you have a fun time and hopefully you have a safe trip as well. Is there a country that you guys want to visit in the future? Like regardless if you've ever been out of the country or not? Because me and my friends have also been talking about like one day we'll go to South Korea just for like a mini trip. I also want to go to like Taiwan. I think my friend wants to go to Singapore. Or Europe, but I believe she's going to Spain next year, so she'll check that off of her bucket list. My phone is charging mode and I'm still watching your live stream. Thank you, I appreciate it. I don't know how much longer I'll be streaming though. Maybe we'll figure out like a very brief little color scheme for Akemi. Because I actually don't mind the pink lines in this one as much. Think you can make another video where you use infinite paint? I don't know. We'll see. There's some other apps I would like to try in the future, but at this point, I probably won't be doing one for like quite a while. Since there's a lot of illustrations I kind of just want to finish, and it works a little bit more quickly if I work in Procreate at this point. Maybe in the future, but no guarantees. East Java? Visit the UK? My parents. Is it my parents? Or is it my brother? I forget. Somebody else said they wanted to go to the UK as well. Japan and South Korea in the future? Oh, visit Canada because my best friend moved there a few years ago. Hopefully you can see them again. I hope you can. Kyoto? That'll be beautiful, yes. Kyoto's... I wish we saw more in Kyoto. I think we just went to one temple, that's it. Because I only did like a day trip. No worries, Nori. You ever want to go to the UK or Japan, specifically Yokohama? Ah! Yokohama? Interesting. Is there a reason? It's kind of specific. Wait, if any of you guys end up going to Japan and you're staying there for a longish time, I guess, try to go to the Wisteria Tunnel. That's like one of the #1 places I really want to go if I go back to Japan. Visit South Korea or Japan when I'm older? Malaysia, with your passport I don't need a visa. Oh, interesting, I didn't know that. Malaysia's... I don't think I hear a lot of people talk about Malaysia as often. Malaysia seems like a beautiful place to go though. No, not really. I want to go to Yokohama since I think it looks pretty. I think that's a good enough reason. I just wanted to know whether or not it was like, is it food? Is it just the location? Do you have family? That kind of stuff. Shanghai. Oh, interesting. If you go to Shanghai, I hope I think it's the aquarium, right? I went there for my birthday, like back in like my 6th grade, my 12th birthday. I went to Shanghai to visit family. But the one thing I remember the most there is the aquarium, I believe. You're done with your drawing? Nice! I'm gonna try to finish up these leaves and then I'm gonna call this one done and maybe we can plan out a little bit of color scheme for Akemi's piece a little bit. But I might have to do a little bit of searching because I want to see what kind of environment these flowers actually grow in. The flowers are beautiful. Thank you, Hippo. I appreciate it. The aquarium's on your list. Okay, nice. I don't have family there. I have an aunt and cousin in Italy though. Oh, cool. Italy seems like a place I would want to visit too in the future. Actually, probably Switzerland? I don't know. Switzerland's so, like, the scenery there is beautiful. I feel like it's so expensive, so I don't know if I will ever go to Switzerland. I don't have any family in East Java, I only have family in Central Java. Well, maybe it would be a fun experience if you go to the East. If you're going there for post-secondary. Majority of my relatives stay in Romania. Ah. I don't think I know a lot about Romania, actually. Like the cuisine or like, what it looks like. Italy is beautiful. I went there, or went with school for a week. Ah! Yeah, Italy seems like one of those places like a lot of people would want to visit. It does seem like a very beautiful place as well. Is it okay to draw a fan art of your OCs in different outfits? Yeah, that's totally fine. As long as you don't change their entire look and then claim them as your own, that kind of thing, you're a-okay. Wait, I'm actually curious. How do those brownies turn out? Food is #1 in Malaysia. We have mixed culture food, Malay, Chinese, Indian, and many more. Even traditional clothes here reflected our mixed culture. Oh, I definitely have had, I think I've had Malay food at some point, or like a fusion of Malay and Chinese. With the Algerian passport, there are like 19 countries I can have access and visit without a visa for a short stay. Oh, very cool. Seems very accessible, that's very cool. Hello, Sayuri. I'm doing okay. What are we doing? I'm finishing up these flowers. I'm actually just trying to scrape something off my finger. It's like one of those hangnails. I'm gonna finish up the flowers and then we'll go back to Akemi. And then maybe figure out a color scheme for the background. Because I kind of planned out the pose and like the thing to be flowy without considering the background, which I considered more when I was doing like the other illustrations, but not for Akemi's. I only cared about the flowers and him at that point. I should sleep soon. I have my own OC wear an Indonesian high school uniform. Ah. I always think like the uniforms for schools are very cute, depending on the countries. I like how it's like, what am I saying? I think I'm getting delirious. Seeing the differences that people have for like the different uniforms, if they have one. Even just like in general, I guess like traditional wear is very interesting to see too between different countries. Excuse me. They kind of came out like chocolate cake. My brother said it was a chocolate bread and my other brother said it was trash. Oh no. Well, I mean, as long as someone's gonna eat it, right? It might be okay. I heard that countries Algerians need a visa to visit, also need a visa to visit Algeria? Eh? Yeah, sleepy run. But I think I'm gonna leave the flowers as is for now. I have this one, which I might also try to darken up a little bit because it looks a little bit too light for what I want. I don't know what we're gonna do for his background. Because I could do like a flower field, but I feel like I did that for Koji's already. This one, very simple. Because I would love to do more of like a sunset-ish color and have the sun like really blare on the flowers so that we can catch the light. And then this way we can have some nice rim lighting on Akemi. If that's the case, then maybe I would want him to be a little bit warmer. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe I'll end this the live stream here. I want to learn how to draw pretty flowers. So far mine looks so clumsy. I think doing studies definitely help. I struggle to make flowers look delicate. I always feel like mine look very plasticky, if anything. But I know it's like the way I color them and sometimes add like a rim to them. So it kind of looks a little bit more bulky in a sense. I don't know. Like, I want to redo these ones. We'll see. Cozy buildings, hazily in the background? Maybe. I was thinking like, a cityscape would be cool though. I love trying to figure out the mechanics of a mechanical arm. Dr. Faustus? I'm so lucky to have him being designed by me. That's so cute. I love when people love their own OCs. It's very cute. Not unless you have an Algerian passport. I guess if you're Algerian with another passport, you'll need it if you don't have the Algerian one. But we usually allow both nationalities, so 2 passports. Ah. So you can have dual citizenship, I guess. I wouldn't call yours plasticky. I don't know. I always have a love-hate relationship with the way I render flowers. I want to learn how to draw hands. Hands are a pain. Hands are a pain. I'm thinking maybe I will end the stream here or something. What the? It's like, what is this stabilization? Falling asleep. I'm getting so sleepy. Should probably sleep soon. I love how you render the flowers. I feel like the drawings of my flowers are okay, but I'm not good with coloring and rendering. I think that's okay. I think that just comes with learning more about color and painting, or like however your coloring style is. If you can draw them out, I feel like that's like majority of the way there anyways, so you're probably good to go. Do you have a fave flower? I would say peonies are my favorite. Aesthetically, epiphyllums are definitely one of my favorites too, which is why like I think the peonies and epiphyllum notebooks were the first ones that I ended up doing. I also like larkspurs. I usually draw them with Wonu, so that's probably why. Do you have a Pixiv? I actually don't. I don't have a Pixiv. I know a lot of like Japanese artists have a Pixiv. Ah. Let's quickly do this little doodle and then we'll call it the end of the stream. Do you know what sketchbook you're gonna use now? I actually don't. I'm gonna decide tomorrow. And then I'll plan out the pages, or like the front and the last page, I guess, like the hello and goodbye page probably. So most likely I'll start the sketchbook by then. I will plan it out tomorrow because I want to pre-film something for Monday at least. It'll be nice to know what sketchbook I'm going to be using. I definitely think it's going to be one of my notebooks though. But I don't know. I don't think I'm going to use the carrot one quite yet. I might use the carrot one for like scrapbooking or something. We'll see. So it's probably my Forget-Me-Nots one or the hydrangea. Hey. Kai Pumpkin. I think I'm gonna go to sleep. Thank you guys very much for coming to the stream though. Little doodle of Kaisen. And then we did... I guess I'll show you guys the time lapse of this really quickly. Trying to figure out the pose that I wanted to do for Akemi. Sketching him out. So it's kind of like the first portion of the stream. And then I finished the rendering for these flowers. Do another quick time lapse. Yeah, I think that's it for today though. So thank you very much for coming to the stream, guys, and stopping by. I'll see you when the next time I can do another Guerilla stream. It probably will be like another midnight stream. Maybe I'll do it a little bit earlier, but most likely it's like around this time again. Yeah, I think that's it for today. So I will see you guys, I think Saturday with a new video. And hopefully tomorrow I can just film for Monday and next Wednesday. So yeah, talk to you guys next time. And thank you very much for coming to the stream though. Bye bye.